Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Pettisville versus Ottawa Hills. You better buckle up for a brainiac beatdown. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. It is Pettisville versus Ottawa Hills. Without any more hesitation, let's meet our teams. Pettisville, tell us who you are and who's your coach.
I'm Lila, a senior. To my left is Kate, a junior. To my right is Elise, junior. And we are coached by Rebecca DeRose.
Well, welcome to Pettisville, Ottawa Hills. Sound off.
I'm Thomas, and I'm a junior. To my left is Alex, and he's a junior. And to my right is Ali, and he's a sophomore. We're coached by Anthony Torrio.
All right, welcome to both of our teams. We're going to start things off with our toss-up round. 10 questions in this round, 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Ottawa Hills, Pettisville, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. In sparsely populated states, these regions can be home to a few hundred people, but in some states, they can be home to millions. Identify these political divisions that would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Districts.
Incorrect. That the state of Louisiana calls us parishes. Pettisville, would you like to steal? That would be Kate.
Counties.
They are indeed counties. That's what we were looking for. These structures allow inland shipping in the absence of natural waterways. Identify this engineering project. That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Canal.
They are indeed canals, yes. Following the Civil War, which general served as president of, that would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Ulysses Grant.
Incorrect. President of Virginia's Washington College. He led the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia and was defeated at the Battle of Antietam. Pettisville, would you like to steal? That would be Lila.
Sherman.
Incorrect. Robert E. Lee. To surrender or obtain surrender of a person from one jurisdiction to another for the purpose of criminal prosecution. The correct answer begins with the letter E. What is it? That would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Extradite.
Extradite or extradition, yes. Although now called the Dallas County Administration Building, the 6th floor of this structure is now a museum of the life of President John F. Kennedy. Give the former name of this building from which Lee Harvey Oswald shot President Kennedy. That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
The Dallas Schools Book Supply.
Incorrect. Pettisville, would you like to steal? That would be Elise.
The Opera House.
Incorrect. The Texas School Book Depository. You were on the right track there, Ali. What type of emergency procedure includes the making of an incision through a person's neck into the windpipe? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
A tracheectomy.
Can we accept that? We cannot. Into the windpipe to assist. That would be Pettisville. Kate.
Tracheotomy.
Tracheotomy is what we needed there. Tracheotomy. In 2020, according to Billboard, the top female artist was Billie Eilish. Who was it in 2021? That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Incorrect. Pettisville, would you like to steal? That would be Elise.
Taylor Swift.
It was indeed Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Which eastern state is home to the terminus of the Appalachian Trail? It is home of Mount Katahdin and the cities of Bangor and Portland. That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Maine.
Maine is what we were looking for there. During the period in history that followed the Stone Age, weapons and implements using this substance were crafted by hand. Ottawa Hills. Ali.
The Bronze Age.
The bronze is what we needed, yes. During which U.S. president's term were Medicare and Medicaid signed into law? That would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
FDR.
Incorrect. He initiated the war on poverty as part of his Great Society domestic plan. Pettisville, would you like to steal? Elise.
Obama.
Incorrect. Lyndon B. Johnson That is all 10 questions in the toss-up round. Let's take a look at our score. Tight competition indeed. Pettisville 30, Ottawa Hills at 40 points. Very close game. You're going to want to stick around. Our risk and reward round is coming up next. Well, so far, a brainiac beatdown, we said, and we are in it. Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Pettisville 30, Ottawa Hills 40 points. Pettisville, looks like you have some substitutions. Tell us who has joined your team.
To my left is Sam, a junior. To my right is Renee, also a junior.
All right, welcome to you, Ottawa Hills, sticking with their lineup from the last round. We are now moving into our risk and reward round. There are 9 questions available to each of our teams, the same 9 questions. They're worth 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer, so relax, have a little bit of fun with this one. You may confer before buzzing in. The 10th question is our risk and reward question. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on that question. However, negative points for an incorrect answer, but you also have the option to pass. We'll give you the topic before you choose. All right, Ottawa Hills at 40 points, you're sticking around. Pettisville, you are off to isolation. All right, Ottawa Hills, are you ready for your questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Which major river of the North American continent flows from its source in British Columbia through Canada and Alaska before it empties into the Bering Sea?
St. Lawrence?
Ali?
St. Lawrence?
Incorrect. Yukon River is what we're looking for there. Penniless Scottish immigrant with the initials AC, who eventually built the nation's largest steel factory in Pennsylvania, benefactor of many of our nation's libraries. Ali?
Andrew Carnegie.
Andrew Carnegie. Bow legs, knock knees are often the result of which childhood illness caused by a calcium or vitamin D deficiency? The correct response begins with the letter R. Ali?
Ricketts.
Ricketts, yes. Identify the type of mountains formed when molten rock pushes the solid rock above it upward. Examples include the Black Hills of South Dakota and the Adirondack Mountains of New York State. Ali?
Tectonic.
Incorrect. Dome mountains is what we wanted there. Used in both sculpture and architecture, this hard crystalline metamorphic form of limestone is typically white with mottlings or streaks of colors. Thomas?
Marble?
Marble, yes. While no 2 of these animals sport the same pattern in their spotted coats, individuals from the same region do appear similar. Identify this animal whose legs are often taller than an average man. Ali?
Giraffe.
A giraffe. Among cellular processes, this process yields energy without using oxygen. Identify this action that can be demonstrated by the production of breads, wine, and cheese. Thomas?
Fermentation?
Correct. In addition to falling water, Taliesin and Taliesin West, this American architect also designed the Guggenheim Museum in New York City. That would be Ali.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd Wright, correct. Although a shark is a fish, it does not have a backbone made out of bone, but instead has a backbone made up of what other tough substance also found in the human nose and ears? That would be Thomas.
Cartilage?
Correct. You are now up to your risk and reward question. The topic is European nations. Ottawa Hills, would you like to take a risk or pass?
10. We would like to risk 10.
10 points on European nations for Ottawa Hills. Identify the European nation whose flag design consists of a combination of St. George's Cross, St. Patrick's Cross, and St. Andrew's Cross. Its nickname is the Union Jack. That will be Thomas.
United Kingdom?
You are correct for a bonus of 10 points. That is the end of the risk and reward round for Ottawa Hills. It's now time for you guys to head off to isolation. All right, let's bring back in Pettisville. Welcome back from isolation. Are you ready for your 9 questions and potential risk and reward question?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Which major river of the North American continent flows from its source in British Columbia through Canada and Alaska before it empties into the Bering Sea? That would be Lila.
Mackenzie.
Incorrect. The Yukon River is what we wanted there. Penniless Scottish immigrant with the initials AC, who eventually built the nation's largest steel factory in Pennsylvania, benefactor of many of our nation's libraries. Lila.
Andrew Carnegie.
Correct. Bowlegs, knock-knees are often the result of which childhood illness caused by a calcium or vitamin D deficiency. The correct response begins with the letter R. Lila, did you get in time? Yep.
Rubella.
Incorrect. Rickets is what we were looking for there. Identify the type of mountains formed when molten rock pushes the solid rock above it upward. Examples include the Black Hills of South Dakota and the Adirondack Mountains of New York State. They are dome mountains. Dome mountains. Used in both sculpture and architecture, this hard, crystalline, metamorphic form of limestone is typically white with mottlings or streaks of color. Identify this rock. That will be Lila.
Marble.
Marble is correct. While no 2 of these animals sport the same pattern in their spotted coats, individuals from the same region do appear similar. Identify this animal whose legs are often taller than an average man. Sam.
Giraffe.
Is indeed a giraffe. Among cellular processes, this process yields energy without using oxygen. Identify this action that can be demonstrated by the production of breads, wine, and cheese. Lila.
Fermentation.
Fermentation. In addition to falling water, Taliesin and Taliesin West, this American architect also designed the Guggenheim Museum in New York City. Who was he? Sam.
Wright.
That is right. Correct. Yes, Frank Lloyd Wright. Although a shark is a fish, it does not have a backbone made out of bone, but instead has a backbone made up of what other tough substance also found in the human nose and ears? Lila.
Cartilage.
Cartilage, yes. You're now up to our risk and reward question. The topic is European nations. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments or pass. What are you thinking?
We'll do it for 10.
They're going for 10 points. European nations. Identify the European nation whose flag design consists of a combination of St. George's Cross, St. Patrick's Cross, and St. Andrew's Cross. Its nickname is the Union Jack. Lila.
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom is correct. That's a bonus 10 points for you. Pettisville, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Now, let's clear our scores and let's bring back in Ottawa Hills for the big reveal. All right, Ottawa Hills, welcome back. It's time to reveal our scores so both of our teams can see where they stand against each other. Ottawa Hills did go for the risk and reward question. They went for 10, they got it, and their score stands at 120 points. Pettisville, same thing, went for it, 10 points, got it. They stand at 100 points. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. Pettisville 100, Ottawa Hills 120 points. Anybody's game as we move to our category round coming up next. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Only 20 points separates our teams. Pettisville 100, Ottawa Hills, 120 points. Both of our teams have elected to stay with their lineup from the last round. This is our category round, by the way. 6 categories to choose from. Questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, but deductions are in effect now. So if you go for 15, you're risking 15 points. All buzzers are active, and just because you make a selection, it's open to everybody on the floor. There is our double or nothing question that's out there, which is exactly what it is. You can get double the points and no risk. All right, Pettisville, you have the choice of the first selection.
We'll go Greek myth 10.
Greek mythology for 10 points. What mythological bird burned itself to death? And then that would be Pettisville. Lila.
Phoenix.
The Phoenix, yes. Pettisville still in control, making a move.
Greek myth 15.
Greek mythology for 15 points. What mythological creatures had the upper body of a human? And that would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Centaurs.
Centaurs, lower body of a horse. Good call. Ottawa Hills in control.
Presidential trivia for 10.
Presidential trivia for 10 points. George Washington's teeth were not made of wood. What were they made of? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Hippo ivory.
Excuse me?
Hippo ivory.
We need a little bit more than that, please.
Animal teeth.
We will accept it, yes. Animal teeth and ivory. Ottawa Hills still in control.
Presidential trivia 15.
Presidential trivia for 15 points. How many future U.S. presidents signed the Declaration of Independence? Time. There's 2 of them, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. Ottawa Hills still in control.
Presidential trivia 20.
Presidential trivia for 20 points. Which president got stuck in the White House bathtub for the first? That would be Pettisville. Lila.
Taft.
That was indeed William Howard Taft, and Pettisville takes control, making a move.
Let's do Greek myth 20.
Greek mythology for 20 points. What brother of Zeus was the Greek god of the seas? Pettisville. Renee.
Poseidon.
Poseidon is correct. Pettisville in control and in the lead.
Greek myth 25.
Greek mythology for 25. This is our double or nothing question. Open to everyone. What son of Aphrodite was the Greek god of love? Pettisville. Renee.
Eros.
Eros is correct. Double the points for you. In control and in the lead.
Greek myth 30.
Greek myth for 30 points. What daughter of Demeter was kidnapped by Hades? That would be Pettisville. Lila.
Persephone.
Persephone is correct. Pettisville in control.
Sports 10.
Sports for 10 points. The Cleveland Browns owner, Art Modell, moved to the team to which city in 1996? That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Baltimore.
Baltimore is correct. Ottawa Hills back in control.
Presidential trivia for 25, please.
Presidential trivia for 25 points. What does the S stand for in Harry S. Truman's name? That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Nothing.
Correct. It stands for nothing. Ottawa Hills in control.
Presidential trivia for 30, please.
Wrapping this up. Name the president whose birth name was Leslie Lynch King. That was Gerald Ford. Ottawa Hills in control.
Sports for 15, please.
Sports for 15. Which is the only American football team to go a whole season undefeated, including Ottawa Hills? Ali.
The Miami Dolphins.
Correct. In 1972. In control, Ottawa Hills. Clawing their way back.
Sports for 20, please.
Sports for 20 points. Pass, set, dig. Pettisville. Sam.
Volleyball.
Volleyball. Those are terms for volleyball. Pettisville in control.
Sports 25.
Sports for 25. The Ryder Cup is associated with Pettisville. Sam.
Horse racing.
Incorrect. With which sport? Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Golf.
Golf is correct. Ottawa Hills in control. Getting close.
Let's finish sports.
Sports for 30 points. Which is the only team or country to play in every soccer World Cup tournament? That would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Brazil.
Brazil is correct. Ottawa Hills takes the lead and is in control.
Human body for 20, please.
Human body for 20 points. Answer these questions related to the human body. What organ produces insulin? Ottawa Hills. Ali.
The Pancreas.
Pancreas is correct. Ottawa Hills in control.
Human body 25.
Human body 25, please.
Human body for 25. If you are a universal blood donor, what blood type? That will be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Type O.
Type O is correct. Ottawa Hills still in control.
30.
Human body 30, please.
Human body for 30 points. Round to the nearest whole number. How many liters of blood does an adult human body contain? That would be 5. Ottawa Hills in control.
Human body 15, please.
Human body for 15 points. Disease characterized by blood that does not clot properly. Maybe that would be Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Sickle cell anemia.
Incorrect. Hemophilia is what we needed there. Ottawa Hills still in control.
Human body 10, please.
10 points. What is the long bone found at the top of the leg called? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Femur.
Femur is correct. Ottawa Hills still in control.
Environment 25, please.
The environment for 25. 1997 international agreement whose purpose is to phase out production of greenhouse gases. Time. Those were the Kyoto Protocols. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. A very, very tight competition. A back and forth round there. We have Pettisville at 225 points. Currently in the lead with 290 points is Ottawa Hills. Still anybody's game. Brainstorms rounds coming up next. Questions, 20 points, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Quite the competition. We did have a scoring correction at the end of that last round. The score now stands at Pettisville at 240 points. Ottawa Hills at 290 points. A very close competition indeed. Now, before we get on to our brainstorm round, Pettisville made some substitutions again. Who has rejoined the team?
To my left is Kate. To my right is Elise.
Welcome to you. Ottawa Hills staying with their lineup. This is the brainstorm round. This is where it all comes down to 20 points apiece per question, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. 3 minutes. Ottawa Hills, Pettisville, are you ready? 3 minutes of brainstorm starts right now. In construction and engineering, which common polygon is often used to create strength? That would be Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Triangle.
Triangle is what we need there, yes. How long is a fortnight? Pettisville. Lila.
2 weeks.
2 weeks is correct. What mathematical concept describes a set of elements that has more than any known number of elements and is indicated by a sideways 8 symbol? Ottawa Hills. Thomas.
Infinity.
Infinity and beyond. What type of chamber is used to prepare astronauts and aviators for the change in gravitational forces they will experience during space flight? Pettisville. Kate.
Water chamber?
Incorrect. A centrifuge. What student of Socrates wrote the allegory of the... That would be Pettisville. Lila.
Plato.
Plato is correct. Apocalypse Now, Platoon, and Full Metal Jacket are films that depict American involvement in a war in what nation? Time. Vietnam. What did Pavlov's dog do when he rang a bell? That would be Pettisville. Lila.
Salivate.
He salivated or drooled. What is the more common name for the patella? Pettisville. Elise.
The kneecap.
The kneecap is correct. Literary captain with a leg made of whalebone. Ottawa Hills. Ali.
Captain Ahab.
Captain Ahab is correct. Name the only U.S. state that borders 3 Canadian provinces. Time. Montana. Identify the adjective in the following sentence. His lame excuses didn't... That would be Pettisville. Kate.
Lame.
Lame is correct. What do we call a negatively charged ion? That will be Ottawa Hills, Ali.
Anion.
And anion, yes. As of 2021, who is the leader of North Korea? Ottawa Hills, Ali.
Kim Jong-un.
Correct. What is the capital of Nepal? Ottawa Hills, Ali.
Couple.
Incorrect. Kathmandu is what we needed there. What does the word nictitate mean? It means to blink. Which gland in the human body secretes adrenaline? That would be Ottawa Hills. Alex.
Adrenal.
Adrenal gland, yes. Pat has a stroke on his right, end of round. Let's take a look at our score. What a competition, ladies and gentlemen. Pettisville, 320 points. Ottawa Hills, 390 points. And our winner, let's give both of these teams a huge round of applause. The spirit of good sportsmanship, let's meet in the middle, shake hands, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.